right. All right. Hello, YouTube family. Welcome, 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 everyone. We're going to get everything set up for our show for today. You guys will just be patient as everybody is getting in position. Momentarily, we'll be starting our show right at 3 p.m. So, all of our YouTube family, welcome, welcome, welcome. Want to make sure that everyone is going ahead and hitting that subscribe button. Please hit that subscribe button because, as I have mentioned in other shows, we will be doing some things only on YouTube. So just want to make sure that you guys are always aware of what we are doing, what's going on.
This meeting is being broadcast on Facebook Live.
Getting ready for Facebook. All right, we are now live on Facebook. Hello, Facebook family. Welcome, welcome, welcome. In about a minute or so, we will begin our show. This will be our second show that we are broadcasting on Facebook and YouTube. So if you are on Facebook, be sure you head on over to YouTube and subscribe to our channel on YouTube. All right, there's some things that are happening with Facebook right now that is changing up with us here at Level Up. So just want to make sure that everybody is aware. All right, we're good, Mr. Scribe. And welcome to Level Up, real talk that takes you higher. I am your host, Angee from the B. Welcome, 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 everyone. And thank you guys for hanging out with us this beautiful Sunday afternoon. Hey, if you're on Facebook, welcome, everyone. Welcome to the show. And yes, we are here live with another fantastic show. And you guys know, I'm always saying that we are going to have another fantastic show. Have I ever fibbed? Have I ever told you a story about that? I don't think so. Because every last one of our shows, you guys, have just been one dynamic show after the other. As you guys can see, I have my co-host who is not sitting next to me. I'm not sure where he is. Mr. Scribe, where are you?
As you can see, I'm at an outdoor cafe. Nice weather. You see the bridge in the background. So I'm just basically just having a relaxing afternoon and just decided to join Level Up today.
I see that now. I see that. So you're not that angry about missing a couple of shows that are on television right now because of Level Up. Did I hear you say that?
Oh boy, football championship Sunday. But you've got a great guest on, so I guess I can put that aside so we can engage our guest today. But I am an avid football fan. So, but Level Up, I'm committed.
That's what I'm talking about, you guys. We have a dynamic show today. We have on the platform Miss Jackie B, who just popped on the screen, you guys. And let me tell you, I tried to warn people when we had our listeners. Listen, you want to get to the point that you are either on our Facebook or YouTube channel so you guys can now watch this show in its entirety. And who we have on our screen right now, look, by way of Blue Jeans, because what are we doing? Being COVID compliant. COVID compliant. I got to say before I introduce my guest on the show, I don't know if you guys heard, but yes, I had my bout of COVID myself. Still getting over it. I know I don't look it, but I'm still trying to, weather this virus. And yes, it has hit me only though. And thank God, come on, God is amazing because I was able to keep my whole household safe. And me being the only one who had it, I had a mild version, but it is taking a while for me to get over it. So some people say, hey, Angee, that's not really mild if you're still trying to get over it. But I did not get hit hard with it, but it is taking me a little time to try to get over it. So I try to put my best foot forward. so I can go ahead and give you guys the best shows that we've always given to you guys week after week, Sunday after Sunday. And I absolutely did not want to miss this show. When Jackie B said yes to coming on our show, I wanted to make sure that I showed up and have this conversation with her. Now she just kind of dropped off.
Yeah,
You guys know.
I wanted to say something real quick too. And
Yeah.
seeing that she's trying to get back on, ladies and
Uh-huh.
gentlemen. We'll give her a moment to get back. What I wanted to say was, it's extremely important, Angee, obviously, that you take care of yourself. But Jackie is a singer, so it's imperative that she keeps herself safe, because we've
Yeah.
heard about the after effects of
Oh.
COVID, deals with respiratory. And what do you use to sing? You use
Your
breath. So if
win.
you
Yeah,
have
your breath.
respiratory issues, it's going to affect your talent. So you have to be very, very mindful of how you put yourself out there. That's why we're virtual right now, where
Yeah.
you see I'm at an outdoor cafe, Angie's at her home, Jackie is where she is, because we're being COVID compliant, because
Right.
we don't want to, we can be asymptomatic. People are walking around, don't know that they got it, but we don't want to expose the people we care about to this, because we look at the news every day, we know what's happening, and some of it's very, very sad and tragic.
Yeah, and I mean, I'm pull Jackie in on this conversation while we introduce her you guys, because look, it is not a game. Please take this thing serious. I let my guard down at work, and that's where I got it. I got it from work, because I don't do anything extra. And with Level Up, Mr. Scribe, we were working our way even out of the studio, so that we can still do our show, keeping everybody safe. From you co-host, me as a host, all of our guests, Robin the producer, Grace as our sound engineer. I mean, look, we found a way that even Grace can work from home. So, to God be the
Yeah,
glory.
absolutely. Because I'm very active on social media, because I write, so I try to keep up with what's going on,
Right.
and with the radio show as well. And I've seen um, videos and pictures of people here in Atlanta at different venues, hanging out. I don't see masks. I see people not social distancing. So all I can do is just sit back and go, they've been told what's going on. So all we
Yeah.
can do is just pray and say that hopefully these people will stay safe, because um, it can happen. Anybody, like Angee said, she's just going to work and was exposed to it. So
And was exposed to it. So, Jackie, welcome to the show, girl. Thank you for coming on. We are so honored that you are here.
Thank
And
you for
girl,
having
Lord,
me.
when you hear us jaw japping about what's really happening, and I know you probably may have heard what's going on with me, but maybe not. This is your first time hearing it.
Mhm.
But as you can see, listen, Jackie, we are all about real talk that takes you higher, and we do definitely share what's going on in our lives. As that's why we're so excited that you're going to be here with us, because we know that you are just as real and raw. Man, one thing that I cannot wait, Jackie, I cannot wait until our listening audience hear that song that you, girl, all day long yesterday. And I am not kidding you. That song got me through my day all day long yesterday. I cannot
Man,
wait until our viewing audience can hear that song.
thank you. Like I don't have I have the words, but I don't have the words, because I'm like really grateful that it's touching so many lives. Just I knew what it did for me, and when I hear what it's doing for others, I just feel like I'm proud of the work that me and my team put in to really bring this out. So thank you guys for sharing, letting me know how you feel, allowing me to project my thoughts and emotions through song into your life. Thank you so much.
Ooh, girl, I cannot wait. Well, we will be playing that song, Level Up Nation. You guys stay tuned for this beautiful young lady sharing her life, sharing her talent, sharing her wisdom with everybody that is watching this show. Listen, as we always do, we want you guys to share this video. Please share this video. And as always, we are going to go ahead and set the tone. And how we do that, we're going to have the reading of our scripture. Right after that, I will pray us out. We'll go to our first break. When we come back from that break, you guys, we will be talking to Jackie B. Take it away, Mr. Scribe.
We have our scripture today from James, first chapter, the 2nd through the 6th verse, and it reads, "Consider it pure joy, my brothers and sisters, whether you face trials of many kinds, because you know that the testing of your faith produces perseverance. Let perseverance finish its work so that you may be mature and complete, not lacking anything. If any of you lacks wisdom, you should ask God, who gives generously to all without finding fault, and it will be given to you. But when you ask, you must believe and not doubt, because the one who doubts is like a wave of the sea, blown and tossed by the wind."
Oh, let us go to God in prayer. Dear Heavenly Father, I just want to thank you, God, for allowing us all to come together, God, in prayer, in your words, and in obedience to you. God, you're an amazing Father. Not only that, you're an on-time God. God, thank you for the words of wisdom that you have just given us. I pray that this show will be a fragrant offerings to your nostrils. I pray, God, that everything that we said will help and heal each and every person that is watching and even listening. God, thank you for your son, Jesus. Thank you for his example. Thank you for the sacrifice, the ultimate sacrifice in giving his life. God, we give it all to you, all to your glory. Thank you, God, and it's your son, Jesus' name that I pray. Amen. You're listening and watching Level Up, real talk that takes you higher. I am your host, Angee from the B. We'll be right back.
Can you hear me? Hear my humble cry. My soul cries out with praise for you. Please come near me. Quench this thirst inside my soul, my spirit rejoices in you. What about all the people?
I waited patiently. You turned to me and heard my cry. You rescued me from sinking sand. Now there's a song in my mouth, a melody of harmony with words from the heart, as we all do our part. Can you hear me? Hear my humble cry. My soul cries out with praise for you. Please come near me. Quench this thirst inside my soul, my spirit rejoices in you. You are my brother. I hold your arms up when you're weak. I listen when you speak. Never hold you back. I'll meet you where you are. Giving all we've got. We'll walk in unity. Can you hear me? Hear my humble cry. My soul cries out with praise for you. Please come near me. Quench this thirst inside my soul, my spirit rejoices in you.
Now can you hear me? Don't you fear me? If you can hear me, please come near me. Can you hear me? Don't you fear me? If you can hear me, please come near me. Can you hear me? Don't you fear me? If you can hear me, please come near me. Can you hear me? Don't you fear me? Please come near me. If you can hear me.
I won't harm I'll never turn my head away. I'll lift you up each and every day. We'll take each step on that road, building heaven here on earth for all mankind. A life with dignity. Can you hear me? Hear my humble cry. My soul cries out with praise for you. Please come near me. Quench this thirst inside my soul. My spirit rejoices in you. Can you hear me? Hear my humble cry. My soul cries out with praise for you. Please come near me. Quench this thirst inside my soul. My spirit rejoices in you.
What about all the people? Can you hear me?
Have you been sluggish, bloated, overweight? You could be toxic from your environment, food, and medications. It's time for a clean start. Come by or book online today.
Nothing excites me more than to see children read the books that I illustrated and helped bring to life. You know, it's the process from start to finish, and you know, at the finish line, you see the children smiling and excited and sharing the stories with other children about, you know, an image or a book that they read. Another thing that gives me joy is working with new and upcoming writers, people who have all these stories that they want to tell and, you know, things that they want to share with the world, you know, just like, you know, me wanting to express myself as an artist and, you know, share my expressions. You know, people are doing the same thing with their stories, and to help, I feel like I'm helping making their dream come true.
What you want, baby, I got it. What you need, you know I got it. All I'm asking is for the respect when you get home. Hey, baby, when you come home, darling, I'm every woman. It's all in me. I can read your thoughts right now. Everyone from A to Z.
Men's and women's wear has statement pieces or full head-to-toe custom design. It's the personal styling service customized to your fit, lifestyle, and budget. Hi, I'm Marion Boyd, CEO and your designer guide for success. Contact me at 770-402-0730 Eastern Standard Time from 10 a.m. to 6 p.m. only. I'm on Facebook at Marion G. Boyd or Instagram at Marion_Collection1. Get in, my people.
Nonprofit 501c3 community-based organization providing holistic health and wellness with locations in Marietta and Metro Atlanta. Our qualified behavioral health professionals provide extensive counseling and treatment in substance abuse, mental health, and opioid addiction. Someone Cares offers a variety of services, and our professionals are waiting to serve you. We are not just an agency, we are a friend.
Gonna speak life in every way, Let the people see, let them see, and make sure you know you're right. Oh, when you speak. Don't believe.
You are listening to Level Up with Sisters of the Skies Incorporated.
This is Terrell Murphy. Get inspired with Level Up. Real talk that takes you higher.
Hey, this is Richard Shaw Jr. Make sure you're believing again. Also, level up. Check them out every Sunday from 3 to 6 p.m.
Hey, this is Santa Kerr. Level Up. Check them out every Sunday from 3 to 6 p.m. Don't touch that dial.
And welcome back to Level Up, Real Talk that takes you higher. I am your host, Angee from the B. Welcome, welcome, welcome back, everyone. And thank you guys for hanging out with us this beautiful Sunday afternoon. Hey, if you are watching on Facebook Live, welcome, Level Up Nation. I want to ask you guys to do one more thing. Head on over to The Real Level Up on YouTube. There, hit that subscribe button. Let me ask you to do one more thing. Please hit that share button, because as always, you guys, we are sharing information that you don't want your family and friends to miss. In the studio, who we have is Jackie B. All right, girl, what is going on with you? And welcome, welcome, welcome to the show. Thank you for being here.
Hey, y'all. Hey. Be here. Honored to be here. Thank you for having me.
Oh man, we are honored. Okay, so look, girl, let's do this. Let's start off with this. We got a short little bio from you, so I'm going to allow Mr. Scribe to read a little bit of your bio, and then we're going to get right into this conversation, girl.
Okay.
And I'm ready. I'm on point today because I do not want any demerits.
Oh man.
So we're gonna give Jackie B bio. So pay close attention, family out there. Only one Jackie B is no stranger to owning her dopeness. You're gonna have to define what that means, because a lot of us don't know what dopeness means.
Okay.
Whether on stage or in a room one-on-one, the soul captivating songstress and SpeakLyfe advocate encourages everyone to do exactly that. Own your dopeness. The Atlanta resident and proud owner of Jackie B Publishing, SpeakLyfe, and CEO artist of Just Being Me Entertainment LLC, wants everyone to walk in their truth and preserve while believing and speaking life into yourself. Her words. It's her quote now. People, this ain't my words. It's Jackie B words. Don't get it twisted. If you don't believe in what you are saying, how can you expect anyone else to believe it?
Girl, okay, even in your bio, Miss Jackie, even in your bio, you are giving truth and encouragement to every last one. When I read the bio, I was like, look at this girl right here. This girl, okay, let me just say this first of all. Start out saying you are gifted in words. And let me tell you, that kind of thing, Jackie, seriously, girl, because that kind of thing, because I'm not necessarily like the most gifted in writing and putting words together. I am always in awe of people who do that. My sister Victoria is like that. My best friend Gina's like that. I mean, I've got people that are around me that, they can put words together, girl, and I am blown away. Mr. Scribe, who is our resident poet, I mean, you guys are just gifted in putting words together, and words mean a lot because it even says it in His word. God gave us the word to encourage us. So I'm always in awe of all of you guys who can put words together. And when I read your bio, I'm like, this girl's even poetic in her poetic and encouraging in the bio. So Jackie, I know, and we talked a lot in our pre-show, but there are some things that we talked about in our pre-show that I want our viewing audience to hear. So I'm going to go all the way back in case you don't know. I know you've seen the show before.
Let's go. I'm ready.
I'm taking you all the way back because I heard what you said in pre-show, and I'm about to pull it right on up so everybody can hear your story. Okay. So I usually go all the way back to people I want them to remember at 10 years old, right?
Mm-hmm.
Not Jackie B, Level Up Nation. This girl had said something happened at 9. You remember saying it now, right? She remembers. Jackie, what happened at 9 years old? Look at her.
So, if I remember telling you the story the correct way. No, okay. So, when I was 9 years old, at home, enjoying, family and just being a kid as kids do, I remember listening. TLC came on the radio.
Okay.
TLC came on the radio. Their song, Baby, 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 was playing at that time. And I remember playing with my doll. And Chili's part comes on and I'm singing her part word for word. And when it was done, I was like, I can sing.
And Jackie, people don't usually hear themselves, but you literally heard yourself sing.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, wait, one more question. Did you actually hear yourself sing just like Chili? Because, she's got that low register too, right?
I heard myself singing just like Chili and actually able to, keep the notes with Chili, like the tones, everything. And that's what made me realize, oh, I can sing. So I told my oldest brother. And my oldest brother was like, whatever, no, you can't. Because at that time, my oldest sister was singing too. My brother and my sister, we had a family group. So, I was telling them, he was like, no, you can't. So they played the cassette back. That lets you know how old I really am. And,
if you don't look it. All right.
So I sung it for him and he was like, you can sing.
Isn't it strange when you do that? People's mouths open and they can't close them.
I get it all the time. I'm not even gonna lie. That's why I don't mind sitting in the back and just waiting my turn, because it's not really about showing and I can do. For me, it's when it's time, you will see.
Oh. Girl, did you just give us some nuggets? All right, look, y'all. She already gave us a nugget. Say it one more time.
She giving me lines. She giving me lines for a new poem.
Oh, I know she is.
Got my ears perked up.
I know she is. Hey, look, don't let her go, Nolan. Don't let her go. So wait, say that nugget one more time. When is your
I sure will. I said, when it's time, they will see.
Oh, look, girl, you just helped me out on that one. Okay, so little did you know, you just helped me out on that one. Because here's the thing, all talent is God given.
Exactly. Mm-hmm.
And when you are given a talent by God, first of all, I can't remember all his words, but I listened to Steve Harvey's one of my favorite people. And when he was like your talent will make room for you. Your how do you know that you have a gift over talent? Well, when you do something and you do it with ease without even thinking about it, and you have that jaw opening moment with people looking at you and they're like they're like jaw opening moment, and you're looking back at them like, why are they so in awe? That's how you know you have a talent.
Mm-hmm.
And a gift. I'm sorry. Let me correct that. That's when you know you have a gift.
Exactly. And if I could just go back a little bit in regards to speaking in regards to my bio, I want to say thank you so much. It took me, honestly, 15 years, and I'm excluding from birth to 15 to really hone in on that dopeness that you're speaking, that you talked about, Mr. Scribe. Like, this didn't happen immediately. There was so many levels of insecurity, doubt, questioning, looking for approval from others, even moments of I need that instant gratification just to make sure that what I'm saying is solidified. When I didn't, all I had to realize it's not just me believing in God, it's the God in me. And once I really started fusing those things together, and I'm still learning as I elevate on this journey of Speak Life, I'm still learning every day that, that I'm worth it. I deserve it. So when I get on Facebook and I share words of wisdom and enlightenment, and I'm a goofy individual, so like you get it all with me. I don't sugarcoat and I don't hold bar on anything, but when I'm sharing with my audience in regards to their dopeness, it's because as I acknowledged and really understood my dopeness, look, let me share this with you. Like, my walk may not be your walk, but you have a walk nonetheless. And the people that are looking for you in particular are waiting on you to own your dopeness so that you can show them the same way.
And that is so amazing because as you're sharing, you're young. Well, you don't want to give away your age, but like you said, walking in your gift. I can relate to that personally because I didn't start writing poetry until I was after 50 years old. So all my life, going through my life, like you said, being prepared, not knowing the gift that was going to be given or bestowed, once it was, not number one, understanding where it came from, who gave it to me, and now that I've been, or you have also been given it, how do you use it? Because we see how gifts that a lot of people have go down, especially singers. We know the stories and all. I don't know if we're going to get into all of that, but once they're given a gift, people see it, but then they wrestle with, like you said, the insecurities, whatever negativity that comes. And we see, so Angee knows some of the famous people that we grew up listening to their stories like Unsung and watching their lives. And if God is not in it, it can end in a very tragic way.
Exactly. You're absolutely right.
Well, hey, I'm gonna dig a little bit more into your childhood, girl, because I really want to talk about now about you said your whole family. Do you guys have a group now, or was it back then?
It was back then when I was younger. So I'd say around about 12 years old is when I really got into performing, moving around with the family a bit more. Our mom was our manager at the time. So like we did a lot of like church events, other events of that nature. But as we got older, we love our mom, but we had to fire her. It was like, we want you to be our mom.
Y'all fired mama. Oh, what?
We love her though, but we wanted her to be our mom.
Oh.
We wanted to get the hang of things, ourselves. Now, like, to God be the glory, we didn't go through anything outlandish or like the stuff that you see a lot of mainstream artists go through. I can honestly say, when I was 17 years old, my mom in Milwaukee, Wisconsin, because that's where I'm from originally, my mom worked for the Wisconsin Center District. And that it's the major building for like all of the arena, like the arena, I think it was Riverside at the time, but where all the artists come all over the world to come and perform, right? So she was the first person you would see before you actually sit down and have the meetings with, the owners and stuff to talk about what type of event you wanted to do and whatnot. So there were two different occasions. At this time, Jay-Z was doing the Hard Knock Life tour. And I got a chance to meet him, Ahmed Ja Rule, I met Benny Siegel. I met like everybody, DMX. I met them all on that tour. I got a chance to sing for Jay-Z's road manager and Jay-Z. He called my mom later on that evening, and they asked my mom to let me get on the road with them and finish out the tour. Think about a 17-year-old, right? And this is my last year of high school. I was like, yes, let's go. And she said no. I said, Mama, do you understand? I can just go to school on the road. Like, this is my last year. I'm about to graduate anyway. But she said no. And, us being a teenager, oh man, I didn't understand. But today I'm grateful that she did it. I thank God that she did it, because on that same tour, Foxy Brown was on that tour, and Foxy Brown was 15. And she later came out with things that that happened in that time frame that she was around
were not so favorable.
Exactly. So I was like, oh, okay, thank God. I don't want to be that part of the story. Then it's just me and no family on the road with me. You know what I'm saying? So
right.
And it looked like my mom could travel with us because it's 6 of us. She couldn't come with me and leave the rest out. No. So she said, no, you're going to finish school here and we're going to be done with that. Now, the second opportunity that I did have was when Cash Money was like really, really popping. And she actually met with Baby. Baby. I don't know if you guys are familiar with Baby, but
yes.
Yeah. She said, yeah. So my mom met with Baby, and they were actually going to have an interview. Not an interview, a meeting, because she wanted to discuss the music and what we could do. Well, I never got the full gist of what went on, but let's just say, from my understanding, Baby said something that he shouldn't have said, and my mama said, my mama was being mama, okay, in all her glory, and nonetheless, it didn't happen. But in all of this, being that I was such a young age and I didn't understand it, now that I'm here and now that I get to see for myself and I'm maneuvering for myself, I thank God. I'm grateful. I wouldn't change anything for nothing in the world. My mother was a strong woman because she not only needed to be, but she had to be. And I thank her for instilling in me the SpeakLyfe movement, everything that I am now. It's literally because of my mama.
You still had to fire your mama, though. You still had to fire.
Exactly. So.
Well, I'm going to tell you this.
Go ahead. I was thinking, I was going to say a lot of the things, and again, I'm just relating to you so well from SpeakLyfe, because a lot of things my dad said to me at the time didn't resonate, didn't hit me. So why is he doing this? Or why is it? It wasn't until later on that I look back. Oh, that's why we couldn't go here. That's why we couldn't do that, because it kept me from some things that I knew if I think back, I can't even imagine where I would have gone had he not stepped in. Not that it was all right or all wrong, but I give him props for stepping up when he needed to step up. Now that we have the grace to live long enough to reap the benefits of that wisdom and knowledge, because a lot of folks, they didn't get it, but they didn't get the opportunity to appreciate it.
Absolutely.
Well, look, we're going to go ahead and get ready to take our second break, you guys. I wanted to jump in real quick because I got to set this break up for all of y'all who are watching. First of all, I want to say thank you to They Hate K, who is watching. She is like, yeah, she give you some props, girl. So thank you for watching on Facebook, Miss K. Also, speaking of moms, my mom is watching, Miss Winifred Smiling.
Angie, not to cut you off, but her name's not just K, it's They Hate K. I don't know where did that come from?
That's I give you a little bit about her. That's my
next break. We're gonna talk about her next break. Be ready, Miss K. Anyway, we also have Allison Feliciano, who's just popped on. What's up, Allison? Thank you for joining us. And also Miss Mary Goolsby, who has already given her comment. A parent's wisdom. Yes. So she's got a little bit of information based on everything you're talking about right now, as far as being a momager. So look, there are a couple of us, because I'm a momager as well. So I get it. I understand. Kudos to your mama. Go ahead, Mr. Scribe.
I just want to give another shout out because I want to make sure we don't miss anybody.
Okay.
Asha Mustafa is also tuning in, so we want to acknowledge her as well.
Oh, thank you for tuning in. What I want everyone to do, let's not forget, please hit that share button. Hit that share button, especially you, Miss K, the best friend. Hit that share button because we want to make sure that everybody is tuning in and listening to the words and the wisdom of our girl, Miss Jackie B. So the reason why I want to set this thing up, let me say something to you guys because I don't want anybody to miss this. Don't get your snacks on this break right here. This song that Miss Jackie B is singing is about to play right now. I have already said, listen, girl, this song is so bad. Level Up will be playing it every show. So I want you guys to tune in, listen to this song because this song has got me going. So you guys, you are watching Level Up, real talk that takes you higher. I am your host, Angee from the B. We'll be right back.
What you and I have to let the man know is we are peaceful people. We are loving people. We love everybody who loves us. But we don't love anybody who doesn't love us. We're nonviolent with people who are nonviolent with us. But we are not nonviolent with anyone who is violent with us.
History, life in quarantine, nowhere to hide, it's worldwide. We can agree to disagree, but it don't matter now. Chill face to face and debate what is fact and what has been a lie. We can pull every card and go hard with the truth, yet be brutalized. When it's all said and done, what we have and what we want won't bring back alive. All we really need to do is hang on and speak life.
To bring about the complete independence of people of African descent here in the Western Hemisphere and first here in the United States, and bring about the freedom of these people by any means necessary.
In every way, let the people see, let them see, and make sure you know you're right. Oh, when you speak. This is your defeat. Don't incriminate your mind. I'll be free. Let us join hand in hand as we stand and demand our equality. Let them know how you feel, 'cause you wanna walk across the street stress-free without that hang. When it's all said and done, what we have and what we want won't bring back alive. All we really need to do is stand strong and speak life. It's your life. Come on. Will you fight? It's time. Yeah.
But when someone attacks you, when someone comes at you with a club, when someone comes at you with a rope, when someone comes at you with a gun, despite the fact that you've done nothing, he tells you, suffer peacefully. Pray for those who use you despitefully. Be long-suffering And how long can you suffer after suffering for 400 years?
Felt like no matter how hard you tried, things just still go wrong?
Many times.
What do?
I let go and let God.
All I'm asking from you is to bump up our credit limit to where it was.
It's declined.
We're experiencing some financial hardships at the moment.
You have 6 days to make payment.
I can't believe this is happening.
You know, I never asked you to pray with me.
It's you and me. We got this.
God wants to help you, Peter.
Excuse me?
But you're not letting him in.
I did once. Last time we spoke, you took a man away from me I loved dearly. From that day, I swore to take matters into my own hands. But now I don't know what to do.
I know that you don't believe, but I will pray for you.
I love you so much.
It's a miracle. You believe in miracles?
Listen, if you need me, you call me.
All of the angels in heaven are rejoicing. You gotta know that everything is gonna be okay.
Hey, this is Nolan Holloway, aka Mr. Scribe. Just letting you know that I have 3 books of poetry that's available on Amazon.com. So when you get a chance, go to Amazon.com, look up Nolan P. Holloway Jr., not Mr. Scribe, and pick up one of my books for your enjoyment. Peace.
Kimia Arrington is a career empowerment speaker, business strategist to career professionals, and employed entrepreneurs who are building their businesses while working demanding full-time job, as well as a visionary event producer. She is on a mission to help the massive take career control by positioning them to transition into careers, businesses, and life they love on their terms. Kim certainly affirms that you can love your Mondays by doing only the work you desire and enjoy. Who says you can't love your Mondays? Kim affirms that you most certainly can.
Bookstore. We offer a variety of items: church supplies, homeschool resources, music, books, and gifts. Our free ministry partners online affiliate program provides a collection of Christian resources. Unveiled treasures, exquisite jewels to enrich your soul.
In every way, let the people see, let them see, and make sure you know you're right. Oh, when you speak.
It's your girl, Dr. Monique Frazier, owner of Prestige Decor and More. Let's level up on Sundays, 3 to 6 p.m. ordinary people with extraordinary stories.
Hey guys, Vibe with Mr. Scribe on Level Up.
You're listening to Level Up with Dr. Deb Armstrong.
This is Allison Feliciano. Listen or watch Level Up each and every Sunday from 3 to 6 p.m. Keep it locked right here.
Welcome back to Level Up, Real Talk that takes you higher. I am your host, Angee from the B. Welcome back, everyone. And thank you guys for hanging out with us this beautiful Sunday afternoon. Hey, just want to let everybody know that we had just a slight technical difficulties on our live feed. So what we're going to try to do, Mr. Scribe, what I'm going to ask everyone to do is actually kind of go out and for you to go right back in, because everybody is saying they cannot see us on YouTube. So everybody kind of go out and come right back in, and then we will restart the broadcast. Go ahead, Mr. Scribe. Everybody come on out. I'm going to come out as well. We're going to come right back in. I'm sorry. No. Don't hang up. Mr. Scribe, undo the live on YouTube. On Facebook. On Facebook. YouTube is still going on. So, hey, YouTube.
The broadcast of Facebook Live has stopped.
Restart.
Okay. All right. And go ahead and restart it, because you got to restart it back on the Level Up Live page, because it wasn't there. Yeah. All right. So once we get right back up and running, you guys, we will continue with our interview with Miss Jackie B. We are still running live on YouTube, though. Hey, YouTube. How you guys doing? Thank you guys for tuning in.
This meeting is being broadcast on Facebook Live.
All right. So maybe we are right back on with our Facebook Live page. Everyone who is watching on YouTube, go ahead and go right back into your Facebook Live and reshare it, because we are doing the same here in the studio. We really appreciate you guys being. There we go. We are right back on live on Facebook. We're right back live on Facebook.
Angie, things happen. We get technical difficulties, but we roll right along with it. So we are now back. I can now see it. I don't know exactly what happened, but this is the virtual landscape that we're navigating. So we do apologize, people, but hang out with us, because we got our dynamic guests on, and we still got the rest of the show to do. So I'm here. Even though the games are going on, I'm committed to level up.
Level up, you guys. So thank you guys for continuing to tune in. We're going to get our guest right back on as soon as she can. There she goes. All right. So
I had to make on all of my platforms as well.
I know, girl. Yeah, we're going to have to do the same thing here in my home.
That song. It to be so young and to have an understanding the way you have some of the images. I can remember, I'm older. I might as well just give my age. I'm 62. So I grew up in the 70s. So a lot of the things that you showed, the images, I'm very familiar with them. But for you to have an understanding and to work it into your song, excellent. As an artist and as a writer, just to come to see your ideas come together and then to see the finished product, you can't describe what it feels like. We can try to tell Angee what it feels like, but it's just something inside of you that words can't express, because you're putting it all together. You inside know what it is, and then when you see it, and then you see the people react to, that's the connection. When you see their reaction, that's the connection.
Listen, let me when right before the pandemic happened, when I'm not performing and stuff, I'm self-employed. I do any and everything in regards to a hustle, legal, to get my money. I had to make sure I put that out, legal. But right as the pandemic had happened, at the very top of it, everybody that in the entertainment industry was like, what are we going to do now? first thing that I started seeing a lot of people do was go live, go live, go live, go live, live. And I'm like, yeah, I can go live and I can talk. But for me, that wasn't the necessity. I don't really like going live unless I have something to talk about, unless God put a word on my heart to share, or unless I want to just give people like, hey, this is a day that I may be having that I may consider bad, but like, I cheer myself up a lot when I'm cheering others up. It gives me a reason to just keep going. So that wasn't my go-to. I was like, I want to get in the studio. There's so much happening. And then boom, George Floyd, that situation with George Floyd. And it was just like, oh my God, like we've been dealing with this for 400 years. Every song sounds the same about our fight, about what we need to do. And for me, it was like, what do I need? What do I want to talk about? I want to be a part of the change, but in what capacity? So as I was writing that song, I had the beat long before I even wrote the song. So shout out to my producer and friend, Buddy. That's my buddy, music publishing. He actually, gifted me with that track. And I was just like, wow, what to do with it. And so as I was writing, and I'm writing, and it's like literally flowing out of me. And I tell this story often amongst other people, so you get to hear it too. That as I was writing, and once I completed it, I let people hear like the snippets as I, finished the verse, and oh, what do you think? And that's it sounds really good. But once I completed the song, and I stopped to myself, and I actually sang it out loud, I literally stopped in my tracks, dead in my tracks. And I had to get down on my knees. And I had to like really, really, really begin praying, because I said, if this is touching me the way it's touching me now, and I do a lot of songs, I do a lot of music, I do a lot of live performances, but it's something about a really, really meaningful piece that plays a part in changing a life, that really speaks to the situation or the topic at hand, that you can consider a timeless masterpiece. When I think of Stevie Wonder, when I think of Billie Holiday, when I think of Donny Hathaway, when I think of all of these greats, they created timeless classics. And I wanted to be a part of that. So to actually feel and believe that out of all the songs I created, this is the one for me. This is the one for me. If nobody else, this is the one for me, because it speaks to what I really believe is going on in our community, in all communities, but primarily in our community because of our skin color. We deal with the bulk of the mess, So I reached out to my other producer and music brother, Don of Get It Done Management, and how he and I works. We're usually getting in the studio, vibing to a track, and then we'll create together. In this particular case, I called him and said, look, we got to get in the studio. I need to get in the studio. And he was like, I think he said he was debating on answering the call because he was with family at that time. But thank God he picked up. So when I told him and we scheduled the time frame to get in the studio, I never let him hear the song. I never let him hear the beat. He didn't hear nothing. He just was like, okay, let's do it. So the day that I came to his house to record the song, he said, before we get in, let me hear it. So I'm singing the song to him. And his 4-year-old daughter, Harmony, I'll never forget this. This is how I know he is blessed with kids that will be in the entertainment industry one way or another. She comes up to the car, and as I'm singing, and she was like, yeah, Daddy, y'all need to do that. Y'all need to finish recording that. So I was like, she immediately fell in love with it. So we get in the studio, we record it. And when I tell you, after we recorded, we were ready, that's when all of the things that you would think could stop a person, it just started happening immediately, back to back. And like some of the things are still going, but it was just like, no, we gotta keep pushing, we gotta keep pushing, we gotta keep going. I said, my biggest worry was, how am I gonna promote this? This costs this much, that costs that much. I don't know what to do. Oh my God. But one of the things that I remember a good friend a long time ago telling me, he said, Stop worrying about the how and just do it. Just get it done. Once you put it out there in the atmosphere to God and let him know that this is what you want, this is what you want to do it, you just start and you let God worry about the rest. And I am so grateful that with not even as much promotion as one would want to do for things like this, because it's such a powerful meaning, such powerful, like it's everything for me right now. It's my baby. But because it's touching everybody the way it is touching, this is like the most organic push I have ever done
Never
with
been involved with.
I believe in my life. And I've been speaking life, or just the brand SpeakLyfe began in 2017. I had so many ideas, but it was all over the place. And like now this is perfect. This is perfect. This is perfect because we speak life every minute of the day of our life. When we wake up in the morning and we too tired to get out of that bed, what do?
We speaking to ourselves.
Exactly.
Oh, girl, yeah, do it all the time.
When you driving and you see that gas light come on and you like 3 miles before that next gas station, what are you doing? Okay, God, I know you got we can get like this is literally a part of our life. It's the only way of life. We will not be able to get as far as we have or will if we do not continue to speak life into ourselves every single day. And as I gather and understand that for this song, it was like, yeah, this is trying times. It's tumultuous. It's crazy. We don't know. This pandemic ain't no joke. I mean, it's so much that's going on. And this is not the time for you to give up on yourself. This is the time for you to go harder, even if that means you have to restructure some of the plans that you had in place.
Yeah.
It's not the end all. It's the beginning of the beginning towards the completion. Not the end, the completion. Because once you complete it, you got to do it again on another.
And that's the key right there. Like you said, when you find it, you find it. And if you're walking and the way that he needs you to walk, because you ask for that wisdom, you ask for that direction, just like the young lady on Inaugural Wednesday. Here's a young lady who's written poetry books years ago, and she was asked to prepare a piece just for Inaugural. So I don't know if she already had it or if she wrote it just for that occasion. Look at where it's taken her. She was in that moment, and I know she prayed. You could tell when she read those words, the way they came out of her. Yes.
It takes one good yes. I mean, I remember someone else was saying I was actually trying to help my son. You're going to get no, but that one yes, and it's proved with Miss Amanda Gorman. One yes, and she's on the world stage. So I hear everything that you were saying, Jackie, because the work that you put into to your craft, and the support that you have with your family, all of that is encompassing. The team that you have surrounding you, and let's not forget to talk about the people that you are surrounding yourself to continue to hone. Girl, look, I can go a mile a minute about my team, because people see what they see with Level Up. They see the faces, 1, 2, maybe 3 faces. But everybody else that's behind the scene, there is a whole group of people that that I know you can give up, because only one person will represent a whole groundswell of people, and everybody has to be in a line to do that, because only God will give the words to the one, sometimes 2 people to present that out. But it's a whole mess of people that is surrounding that 1 or 2 people that's giving out the word, really the word of God. Because when this is what the song is doing, Jackie, the song is it's almost like an anthem. And so when you're talking about somebody is telling you that you have a piece that is well on its way to being an anthem, that's when you are looking at something that is timeless. And that's when you have to look at yourself. And I'm listening to everything you're saying as far as like how everything came together. Mm-hmm. And how everything came together. God had to line that up. He had to line everybody up because the songwriter of the music had to be one at heart. The lyrics that came to you when you are putting the song, because I want people to understand what it takes to put an amazing piece together, because this thing was not thrown together, and that's what I could tell. Mm-hmm. That's why it hit me the way that it did, because this was not something that, oh my God, I know that you're an up and coming artist, but I was like, you sure don't sound like it. So now that I understand that's why I love doing this show, because I love getting the background of what people are doing when their passion. Now your passion is your purpose now. Mm. Your purpose for what you have done, and this song is making room for you, because I'm telling you, like I'm telling anybody else, when I hear something and I'm saying that this song, and I hope and pray that we become one of the radio shows that break this song out, because I'm about to break it up. I'm about to break it out. This song is well on its way and can be. We just need to have more ears listening to it, more people sharing it, and more people hearing your story behind it. That's
the important part as well, Angee. Simply because that song is something we don't hear. We don't hear that. All we hear, I'm not knocking anything, I'm not here to judge, but some terrestrial radio, Jackie, I don't listen to it. But to hear your song the message that it's giving is bringing truth. It's an anointing because of, like Angee said, how everything got lined up. But we know, let's keep it real, people don't want to hear that. People want to hear the partying, the worldly type stuff. But when you have stuff that's praising the truth, no matter what that truth is, and how, because that truth is ugly. That truth is ugly, and we saw it. We witnessed it. We weren't actually there, but with social media and the media, we almost were there when this was happening. But God is speaking to us in so many different ways through this show, through your music. And as long as you stay on that path, because there's been a lot of other people that's been going down the path, but we know what happens. As soon as you start going down the straight and narrow, who comes whispering in your ear? The enemy. Oh, Jackie, you need to do this with this person. You need to align yourself with this person. And before you know it, where you started, you so far off the rails, and you don't even know how you got there. So you got to be mindful. And my prayer for you is to always stay and align with him, because there's going to be people coming after you. They may be coming after you now, wanting to change you, well, Jackie, I know you're doing this, but let's try this, or let you step out of who you are. And we've heard the stories of artists that have started with, here's my premise, here's what I believe in, and end up, that's the same person that told me this, and then 5 years later, they doing this. So my prayer for you is keep that ground going, and that he surrounds you with the people that can, hey, Jackie, I think you're veering a little bit off, and be with those kind of people that's going to tell you the truth and not just tell you what you may want to hear. Because remember, we're still in this imperfect body, and we're still not perfect. Our minds are still not perfect, and the desires are still not perfect. We know what Paul said. I want to do good, but I find myself doing evil. So you always got to be mindful of those type of things. And that's why you want to surround yourself with certain folks. Angee gonna push your song. Trust me. Angee gonna push your song. There's no doubt.
look, we gonna go ahead.
Interview, but everything that you guys are speaking, man, I'm so sorry, but everything that you guys are speaking are things that I've prayed for, and I've prayed for years. I've been in Georgia for 5 years now. I came here in 2015 for the A3C, and a lot of people don't know this until now if they're watching. But when I came here, I literally only had $50 in my pocket, and I wasn't sure how I was going to maneuver and move around. But by the grace of God and the people that were in my circle at that time, they assisted. They didn't need a
How
lot
God
of.
works. That's how God works, babe. That's how God works. He puts the people, and your tears that's flowing right now is because your mind is going back to those times that you can remember when you didn't have anything. You didn't know where you was going to go or how you was going to get there. Now you're sitting in front of us, and when you reflect back, I do the same thing, Jackie. I think about how far God has brought me. I cry. But I'm not ashamed because his tears let me know that you're acknowledging what he's done. So by me, when I do that, or when you're doing that, you're just giving him the glory because you're acknowledging, wow, God, I know how far you brought me. And I know without you, there's no way that I could have made it. And you know who it is. You know it wasn't you. You know it wasn't it. You know it was him. And that's the thing that brings those tears when you know it's him. And that's all he wants. He wants us to acknowledge him. And sometimes we can get forgetful. Yeah.
Hold that thought. We gotta go to break. When we come back, gather yourself, girl, because I really want you to talk about these tears. I really do. I want you to help someone else to break through, girl. So during this break, talk to God, ask him, the words that he would like for you to share over these airways, because these airways, he wants to take it back. So when we come back, we will have more conversation with Jackie B. You're listening and watching Level Up, Real Talk that takes you higher. I am your host, Angee from the B. We'll be right back.
Hey, this is Dexter Moore of Dexter Moore Jazz. Real talk that takes you higher. Level Up on Sundays from 3 to 6 p.m. Ordinary people with extraordinary stories.
Introducing Rain Premium Sanitary Napkin. Rain has an innovative design that is made with a strip infused with Nobel Prize-winning material, graphene. The infused graphene strip may provide various health benefits that potentially help relieve painful abdominal cramps, help balance the body's pH, help eliminate harmful bacteria, help with aroma, help fight fatigue, boost metabolism, boost immune system. Graphene moves heat away from your core and contains vibrational energy. In this test, we will add water to the graphene strip and then place a 7-watt light bulb onto the strip to demonstrate the level of energy contained. These medical claims have not been evaluated by the Food and Drug Administration. This product is not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent any disease. All results may vary. Protect the most precious jewel in the world, you. For more information, contact the person who referred you to this video. Rain is exclusively designed by Jewel Sanitary Napkins, LLC.
It's your girl, Minister April Aland Sitmanat, the spiritual soldier. And let's level up on Sundays from 3 to 6 p.m.
Hey, this is Constance. Level Up. Check them out every Sunday from 3 to 6 p.m.
Hey guys, it's your girl V SpeakLyfe, reminding you to speak life, not strife. Right now, I want you to get inspired with Level Up, real talk that takes you higher. Sundays from 3 to 6 p.m. on.
My name is Jay Hagler of Diving with a Purpose. Level up each and every Sunday from 3 to 6 p.m. Don't touch that dial.
And welcome back to Level Up, real talk that takes you higher. I am your host, Angee from the B. Welcome back, everyone. And thank you guys for hanging out with us this beautiful Sunday afternoon. Hey, everyone who is watching on Facebook Live. Just want to thank all my Facebook Live nation watching on that platform. I also want you to do one more thing for us. Please head on over to our YouTube channel. Head on there and hit that subscribe button. All right, we got one fan who's been watching on YouTube since the beginning of the show. Hey, Keisha Wright, just want to thank you, girl, for tuning in on our YouTube channel. I want everybody to know and realize that we'll be doing a whole lot more on the YouTube channel in these coming days. So I don't want you guys to miss anything about Level Up. Level Up had to once again do another pivot during this pandemic. We can't even believe how much we had to change. Because this time, as you guys can see, me and Mr. Scribe, we are actually broadcasting from our own homes. Yes, we're no longer on Mix106Radio.com. Loved each and every moment that we were on Mix106Radio.com. Got to give it up to DC Donald Craddock, who is the owner and running that station very, very well. We were honored being on that station, because let me tell you, that's where we grew up. That's where we actually saw it was possible that we can speak to thousands and thousands of people.
Hundreds of thousands. Hundreds of thousands of people.
Yeah, they love to put that 100 in there. But we are, well, look, I have to say, we are ever so grateful for anyone that is tuning in and listening to the show. We just want to ask you one more favor. Please hit that share button. Please share this out to each and every one of your family and friends that are on social media. The new pivot that we have done with the show is that we're doing more social media than ever. We've got something in store that's coming up in about 3 to 6 months that we're working on. So I just have to say to you guys, just, thank you. Thank you for all of those who have been there from the beginning of time. Keisha is actually one of our first people that was on the show when Level Up was born. She was right there. One of the midwives, thank you, Keisha Wright. One of the midwives, helping me to birth this phenomenal show. That hey, I give it up to all, and glory to our Father in heaven. So with that said,
I just want to say, ladies and gentlemen, I'm not sitting outside by the bridge. That's just a virtual background. Just want to show you the the intricacies of technology. I'm in my home being COVID, because y'all will probably think, wow, he's sitting outside. He's not socially distancing. He's not wearing a mask. He's out there cutting up and clowning, and COVID is serious. No, that's a virtual background, ladies and gentlemen. It's not real.
Well, for everyone who is just tuning in, who probably has not heard, I know it does not look like it. I'm actually putting on the best face that I can. I am actually the reason why I'm at home, and thank God that we made the transition to do the show from home. I'm actually trying to get over COVID myself. I actually caught it from work, unfortunately, and some of you guys can actually hear it in my voice. I'm still trying to get over it. Thank you for all the prayers that people have been sending to me as far as, helping me to get over it. It is, sometimes it can get quite lonely because I have to be quarantined in my room, and I've been there for 2 weeks. Yes. So I just want to thank everyone publicly for your prayers, much continued prayers, because I am not taking this lightly. I let my guard down one time at work, and that's how I caught it. So I'm saying all that to say, to be very transparent about what's going on with me, so it will actually help someone else and also save a life. Don't let your guard down. What I am doing, I am changing up I'm being more serious about it. I was working on it all last year. Most of you guys know about my year transformation, and I was taking, some slow steps in it. This time I've ramped it up. Because the number one thing that we can fight against this COVID-19 is an ironclad immune system. And that's why it did not put me in the hospital. It did not. It put me down for a little bit, but I have an immune system that is pretty good. But I'm even going from pretty good to leveling up for it to be even better than that. We can always do something a little bit better each and every day. Here's my number one thing that I am changing in my life. And people have been saying it to me for 51 years. Angee, get your rest. Guess what Angee is doing?
Getting her rest.
Girl, you better understand it. And I'm sure there's a whole lot of people, especially my mom, watching this show. They're doing a happy dance because, yes, the COVID-19 has helped me to understand that, Angee, you need to get your rest. So I'll be going to bed on time. I will be taking a nap during the day. Look, let me tell y'all something. Naps are not just for older people. I used to laugh at people that took naps in the middle of the day because I laughed at my husband. He is the number one fan of naps. So guys, take your nap. Because when I get off this show, guess what I'm doing, Mr. Scribe? When I get off this show, guess what I'm doing, Mr. Scribe? I'm taking a 1 good hour nap. Okay? All right.
Guess what I'm doing when I'm off the show? I'll be watching the second game.
Well, there you go.
Got my nap early in the day so I can stay up later so I can watch.
Well, I say all that to say because I want everyone to really, really take this virus seriously. Take care of yourself. Get the rest that you need. Eat right, and enjoy the laughter. Oh, one more thing. Get sunlight. Get some sunlight. Get some sunlight. All right. So with all that said, Miss Jackie, I was trying to get you to, get your tickle bone little.
I appreciate it because to that break and I just turned into a big old baby. Boo hoo, boo hoo. But I'm with my really good friend, and she helped me out, so I appreciate her for that.
We love good friends.
She got me together. She as I was crying, she slid me a whole pack of tissues.
Now, Jackie, don't you let her go.
That's a friend.
That's a friend. That's a friend. Well, before we got off into our break, I wanted you to, put into words your tears, because let me say this to you, Jackie. So many people are watching the show, and so many people are praying. I mean, are going through some times right now where I literally had a friend, Jackie, that told me one day that she had a hard time crying. And a lot of times crying can be, and I had to learn this for myself, crying can be a release. It can be something that like Mr. Scribe was telling you as you were sharing about how you got to where you are right now. And you were being very open and honest about your past. And thank you for that. Because you just released someone else who's either in that moment, maybe about to go through that moment, or coming up out of it. It's one of the three. You're coming into it, you're in it, or you're coming out. So you just released someone who's in one of those three categories. But I wanted you now, to just talk through those tears. Like, what is it that you're feeling, and what is it that, that brings you to that tears? I can kind of guess on one is gratefulness. Am I right on that?
Very, very right. And before we go too far into that, because I definitely want to answer that, I wanted to go a little bit back to Mr. Scribe when he was talking about the vision for SpeakLyfe. That vision, the visual, the video that you guys see, I wanted to give a major shout out to Camille Stelly. St. and Clair, that's the young lady who actually, and she's younger than me, I believe. Yeah, I want to say that. She was a young one, but like I and Don, Get It Done Ministry, we actually came together and we talked about what we wanted to see. I didn't want anything cliche, but I wanted it to really, really stand out. So Camille Stelly is the one who assisted on creating the visual for SpeakLyfe. Thank you, honey. And just to further expound on that is one of the reasons of my tears, because I am only one person with a vision, and it is such a good thing to have others that can not only take your vision but add to it, because it's not just mine alone. Yes, yeah, I mean, but when you come into play, anybody that I work with, anybody that I love to collaborate with, I always tell them, this isn't just mine, this is yours too. So when anybody see or view or take part into it, they need to know, or they need to see that side of you in this. It's not, oh, me. This will never be a me factor. No, because me can be gone, and somebody else can be put into that place. Nah, so my tears, just thinking of this journey. I told my best friend before she left, I'm so grateful to God at this particular moment, this moment right here, that I could have given up at any given point. I could have said, I'm done. There are times where I was literally on the brink. Forget it all, with other choice words. But, I'm just being honest. But, I have not just God to be grateful for, but I have real friends, real women and men, but real women first. That's one of the things that, we tend to lack a lot of time. Real women. You don't have to have any type of specific association just to tell another woman, you got this. But I'm grateful for my immediate circle, because I sit here and I tell you, if nobody really understands this, iron really sharpens iron. And I didn't know that I was iron. I thought I was aluminum foil.
Jackie.
I gotta use that.
Yeah, that's a good one. We gotta take some notes on you. Here's the thing. Being a male, obviously, to see within the last couple of years, just powerful women. We saw it with the George Floyd, the activist. I forgot the young lady's name. How forceful and powerful she was. We just saw the young lady at the inauguration. Women, and I'm gonna keep, but women of color have always been there, but they was always labeled angry,
exactly,
or that, where you coming out, with the flavor, you ain't our flavor, so we're not going to acknowledge you. We're not going to give you any kind of kudos. But sisters, I remember my grandmother, my mother, these women who have carried us through, I mean, just through the history of stuff, but women in general, you guys always have the power of influence. When God made man and he made Eve, no man can stand by himself. There always has to be. Oh, but this world's gotten turned and twisted around, but women have stepped up to the plate. Women in a major way. And I don't have any problem saying that as a man. Some brothers out there, men out there, hey, why is he giving? Because it's the truth. We've had men stand up, but men control so many different things. But to see what women have done, I give kudos. I just give kudos. And not just in a political arena. I'm just talking just in general. Just in general. We got Angee. We got you. We got sisters out there and women out there doing incredible things. And they need to get the kudos because some of the men want to take all the credit or downplay or devalue what the women are doing. And I just want to I'll be the first one to stand up and go, I know what it is. And I don't have a problem. I don't have a problem acknowledging what I see.
Thank you. Thank you.
Well, hey, look, I will be a woman. Thank you for that, Nolan. I got to give it up to my co-host. He does give it up when credit is due. Woman or man, he'll give it up. But I will be the first woman to say, here publicly, there is an amazing man that is behind me, though. Seriously, I am not the woman that will say all men are. No, I don't. I've never believed that. I never believed that. There are so many incredible men who will stand behind their woman who is out there or becoming out there on front. Look at Kamala Harris. I mean, she has an amazing husband. Oh my gosh, more people want to find out about the people that are behind the people. You understand what I'm saying? That's why you got so many of behind the music and unsung heroes and all this stuff. So listen,
we have some avid stories to tell. Like this journey that we experience, that we go through, it just be like,
yeah. Look, Jackie, tell your people that are behind the scenes, because I try to tell my Gracie. I said, Grace, folk want to know who you are in a minute now. It's because
Angee, that's important because sometimes those people don't want to be put in the front. And I understand that some people are just a little bit shy, but their stories need to be told because there's a lot of people out there that will never find their purpose, never discover their purpose because they always want to remain behind. It's only until you put in an uncomfortable situation that you'll kind of know. And sometimes that's what some people need. Not everybody, but sometimes you need to be put in an uncomfortable situation that will tell you something. Wow, I didn't realize that I could deal with that until I got put in that position. But had they never been pushed or never been challenged to do that, they'll never know. I've met writers, I've met different people from my journey, even at my age, that have been writing for 20 years and never shared their writing. They have it all in stockpile in journals that they've written with just paper strewn all over the place. And I'm asking them, well, why haven't you decided to share? I don't think I can do it. I don't think. And just as a poet, I can only speak for me as a poet. When you write, some of you is going to be exposed. People are going to see Nolan. So if you got stuff that you don't think you want people to know about or see, then you don't want to be a writer because it's going to come out. Because your core is going to come out. Just like what Jackie can tell you, when she's writing music, some of her is in it. It has to be because it's coming out of her. So you want to hear, okay, that's because certain musicians have a sound, or certain oh, I could tell that music is her because I can listen to the lyrics, I can hear the music, just the ambiance and the vibe that it gives you. You kind of know where it's coming from. So it's a little piece of you that you're giving, and you're exposing yourself. And a lot of people are afraid. A lot of people are afraid that because if somebody knows something about me, people sometimes can be cruel and mean. We understand that, and they will harp on that, and they'll try to ride it to their advantage. So you cannot be afraid. Just like a lot of times people want to know about you, but if you tell everything, then they don't have anything. So if you want to know everything that I've done, if I told everything, they can't come to you. Oh, well, Jackie, I know that you did Angee. But if you told everybody everything, what do they have? I was using a crazy example.
No, those examples are perfect, Mr. Scribe, because that right there is the prime definition of owning your dopeness. The good, the bad, the ugly, the indifferent, whatever details that are about your life, all of it is you, and it's what made you into who you are and who you're becoming. And if you don't own it, if you don't accept it and understand that where you were is not where you are and is not where you're going, you're okay.
The example I was going to use, there was a lot of language in that. I don't know, but I can't think of anything else. It was 8 Mile with Eminem, and it was a rap battle. I know you may know it, Jackie, where they were battling, and this was a championship battle. And what happened during Eminem, with where he came from, what happened to him, and his friend said, "Oh, you're going to talk about this, this, and this," and it hit him. So when it gave his turn, the guy said, "You go first." So when he went first, he told everything about himself, what his girlfriend did, where he grew up, where he came from, all of that. So when he gave him back the mic, the guy just stood there speechless because he told him everything. So he couldn't attack him in any way because he told everything. So what is it? What does the Bible say? The truth shall set you free. Because when you bear everything, nobody can attack you. Nobody can come to you and go, "Well, Angee, you was this, and well, God forgave me for that. So no matter what you bring at me, I'm good because I'm good with Him."
Exactly.
All right, you guys, we gotta get ready to take our next break. I know. I know you get going on your conversation. Break time. But listen, this will also give you guys an opportunity. If you haven't checked out our YouTube channel yet, head on over to The Real Level Up. That's The Real Level Up on YouTube. What we want you guys to do there, we want you to subscribe to our YouTube channel. There'll be a whole lot more things that we will be doing in the coming months that we will be doing on YouTube and not necessarily on Facebook. So I want everybody to always stay up and aware of what we're doing new here at The Real Level Up. You're listening and watching Level Up, real talk that takes you higher. I am your host, Angee from the B. We'll be right back.
Something that you know you're in for such a beautiful ride. And so I believe, oh I believe, I believe, look how far you've come from where you came from. Look at where you're going, going. Look how far you've come from where you came from. Look at where you're going, going. Gold skies over hill and the highway. My time thinking about the future going my way. I learned ain't no use in pretending, so I'll give my all, and I'll always know the place of my beginning. Don't let doubt get in front of you. Know just where you wanna be. Know when your heart you'll arrive, right? Just when you think you know enough, you got so much to see. Oh, you're in for such a beautiful ride. And so I believe, oh I believe, I believe, look how far you've come from where you came from. Look at where you're going, going. Look how far you've come from where you came from. Look at where you're going, going. The possibilities of what you can be will never end. So just begin, begin. The possibilities of all you will be will never end. So just begin, begin. Won't you look how far you've come from where you came from? Look at where you're going, going. Look how far you come from where you started from. Look at where you're going, going.
That you've been walking around in the wilderness trying to figure out, who am I? Why am I here? What gifts do I have to make a difference? Well, it's time to warm it up. Discover your true identity. Unleash your gifts and impact the world to become a more bolder, braver, and courageous you. Join me, Kathy Hood, at a life-changing workshop, Woman Up, the journey of owning your power and unleashing your true self.
Have you been sluggish, bloated, overweight? You could be toxic from your environment, food, and medications. It's time for a clean start. Come by or book online today.
Hello, my name is Rodney Damon Collins. I'm an actor, producer, author, and speaker. I'm excited to share my first book entitled Shattered, A Journey Through the Pieces. I wrote this book because there are millions of people like me in this world who are searching for purpose while navigating emotional distress. This book is for anyone who wants to be the producer of their own life. The reader will be encouraged to know that if they, one, keep God first, two, learn how to make peace with the pieces in our lives, and finally, three, never deter from your dreams, that you will see your purpose fulfilled. I love you, and go grab this book on Amazon.com, Shattered, A Journey Through the Pieces.
These issues of pain, you have these issues of heavy blood flow, it's almost like you are a prisoner. You know, I felt like a prisoner. The calendar was a very big deal to me because I would plan my life around my period. UFE is a great procedure. It's an awesome procedure. So when I heard about it and I was a candidate, I was doing a happy dance because I was like, now I'm going to be able to live and be free.
Hey, this is Shay Bynes with Kingdom Driven Entrepreneur. Let's level up. Tune in every Sunday from 3 to 6 p.m.
It's your girl, Chantel Charisma. Let's level up on Sundays from 3 p.m. to 6 p.m.
Hey, this is Dr. Kishana. Level up. Check them out every Sunday from 3 to 6 p.m.
Hey, this is Rodney Damon Collins, inviting you to level up. Check them out every Sunday from 3 to 6 p.m. Eastern.
Welcome back to Level Up, real talk that takes you higher. I am your host, Angee from The Bee. Welcome back, everyone. And thank you guys for hanging out with us this beautiful Sunday afternoon. Hey, everyone who is listening on Facebook, we want to remind you to head on over to our YouTube channel. Please head on over to our YouTube channel and hit the subscribe button. There, like I said before, we'll be doing more things very, very soon on our YouTube channel, more so on our Facebook channel. And just want to give another shout out to Keisha Wright. Like I said, Keisha was the person that was, there in the inception. She helped me birth this. She's one of the midwives of Level Up. And she said, Mr. Nolan, oh my God, you guys are on YouTube. So, to have someone who was there when it was birthed, and now, she knows the the thoughts that I always had about this show and where God really want to take this, and just me being, true to myself, true to my word, true to God's word, and where this thing is going to go. So that's why we are constantly saying to you guys that are on Facebook and watching my Facebook channel right now, head on over to YouTube as well and subscribe there, because there may be some things that we do on YouTube that we won't necessarily do on Facebook. As you guys know, there's some things that you can do on Facebook that you can't do on YouTube and vice versa. So we want to make sure, you know what I'm saying, Jackie? I mean, every platform has its own, guidelines. So, we are very much aware of, there's some things that we can't do on Facebook that we can do on YouTube. And I'm going to give you guys one of the number one things that we here at Level Up, we're going to continue to do it because we see that we can get someone like Jackie B on our platform. We will always and forever support the independent artists. Won't we, Mr. Scribe? Come on now.
We will always promote the independent artists because they're true to their art. They don't get influenced by outside noise, and they just keep it real. So, and they have an opportunity, we get an opportunity to share and actually meet them. So I'm meeting a celebrity today. So when she blows up, and I don't want to, if I walk up to her, I want to say, oh, Mr. Scribe. I don't want to act like she don't know me. When when you get out the limo, the red carpet, and she got them high heels on with the glitter dress, I want to say, hey, I want her to go, hey, Mr. Scribe.
Look, she ain't gonna do that. She ain't gonna do that. Well, I just want to give a shout out to all the independent artists we have already played. Dexter Moore. I don't know if you guys heard the smooth sounds of Dexter Moore. Gina Towns Thompson. She was the very first artist that we played. We're always playing her stuff. Coming up,
Mike Jeezy.
Mike Jeezy. Oh my gosh, Mike Jeezy is like, look. Let me tell you something, Jackie. We rotate his stuff, okay?
Okay.
So, big shout out to his mom, Mary Goolsby, who is one of our #1 fans.
Top fan. She's a diamond. She got a diamond.
Nice.
She done got the diamond. So many more artists that we will continue to support. The one that we just played, and I'm actually in prayer for, that will actually show up on our platform. Any of you guys that are listening and watching, please let Alex Isley know that I will. Please let her know. Please let her know that I am I've been look, Jackie. I've been rotating her stuff. Okay, because this is one independent artist. Oh my, just phenomenal with her songs, her lyrics, everything that she does. She's considered neo soul. Is that correct?
That's what the vibe she was giving me the whole time. That neo soul, that chill, reflect vibe. Right.
And my favorite music styles is that neo soul, because that's when you have the people at the house. You serving a little bit of wine and some hors d'oeuvres, and you got the neo soul playing in the background.
Exactly.
Well, actually, I've had many friends that are in the neo soul genre. When I was first introduced to it, it actually was introduced to me by my husband's band, which back in the day, I don't know, I might be dating myself, but some people that are probably listening and probably listening to the show later on, Cool Joe and the Funky Soul Symbols, they were a band before their time. You guys look them up. They are actually, Cool Joe and the Funky Soul Symbols. If I can ever get some of their old stuff, I'm actually going to try and rotate their old stuff as well. They've got a couple of videos that are out on YouTube right now. But Jackie, they used to call me. That's where I met my husband.
Okay.
I'm gonna leave it at that. Okay. Don't listen to anybody.
And we own up to it. That's why you're on the level up, because from that moment you had to level up. So. And it's just you were blessed to take a husband to level up with you. So.
You know, some people call me something else because that's where I met my husband. I don't take that. I was just a fan. That's it.
That's what we're gonna call it.
We'll leave it at that. What you want, Mr. Scribe? He wants to say something so bad. Look at him.
Oh, I was going like this because what staying on, what goes on level up, stays on level up.
Not Harley, because I end up telling the story anyway. But yeah, but I actually want you to talk about some of the things that, some of the people who you've run into, some of your favorites. You kind of mentioned it at the beginning, the Donna Hathaway, and what are some of the other artists that you know and love and just treasure?
Oh, well, if she was still here in our lives, Whitney Houston would definitely be the one. So, top of last year, I actually did an entire tribute to Whitney Houston. She was inducted into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. So it was like, you know what? I already had a little snippet of a song that I had sung of hers, I'll Always Love You, rotating around everywhere. So then the PR that I had at the time, shout out to M&S Media Group, they actually assisted in me putting on this event. So Whitney Houston, definitely,
If you can do Whitney Houston, you real good.
I was so nervous for that show. I did all those songs that I did, and I have some songs on YouTube as well as on my Facebook too. So you guys can definitely check it out. But
We definitely will.
I was so nervous, but that show turned out to be a really great show. I had a really nice crowd. Like everything, the environment, everything was perfect. So yeah, I'm happy about that.
And that's what we look at, the beautiful talent, but the other things that she was dealing with in her life. And that goes back around to kind of the conversation where, as far as you're concerned, you're keeping God in the center because definitely talented, gifted, all of those different things. But when certain things intervene into your life, it can take a certain direction. So again, we have to keep on that path because we're believers, but we know we're far from perfect. And we have to encourage people because people fall off all the time. And what we need to say is, yeah, you can get sidetracked, but you can always get back on because people get sidetracked and they get super discouraged.
That's true too. But what I will say too, on top of that, sometimes a lot of people have to understand that a lot of artists come in the door with existing situations, and only thing that really changes is the money, the cash flow. So the cash flow coming in will either enhance or assist you in taking away. You can only do one of the two. So,
Yeah,
I'll say that's important. That's important.
Go ahead.
Oh, Angie, you go ahead because you guys have that musical background. So I know Jackie knows what it can do, especially when you get a taste of, because we've read the stories. I've had groups that I've liked, and I've read their background stories where they made great music, but the record company ended up owning the masters, so they didn't get any of the royalties. Where the record companies can still play their songs, they can't, or the name of the group. Oh, well, you can't make any more music using that name. So we're like, where did they go? Well, they can't do anything because the record company and all these different type of stories. You guys know about that way more than me.
And you know what I've learned out of that stuff takes place? Because so many people are so focused on the big screen, what fame looks like, what they'll get, what they'll gain. They'll sign on the dotted line without reading.
Absolutely right. You're absolutely right. Sign on the dotted line, get a $50,000 to $70,000, $100,000 advance, not realizing that the music that they're making is going to bring in 10, 15, 20, 40 times that amount, but yet they got that fixed amount and they're locked in. This is the different, like you said, you gotta have your passion, but you gotta be wise as well.
And I understand that, being in this industry, like, I'll be honest, when I was creating SpeakLyfe, my producer and I, we literally spent a full day and a half on the administration work. When I tell you,
good for you.
The frustration that came behind me, I said, let's put this up, let's go do something else. But it was because of his tenacity to want to keep going. And that's what I mean by having iron that sharpens iron, ironclad friends that are dedicated. Because it's easy for a lot of us to procrastinate and stop in the middle of a situation and start something. Like, no, I saw his dedication, and we were literally at that kitchen table and I'm like, I don't want to do this no more, but I know I understand. So I'm just going to stick it out. And here we are today. Wow. It's imperative, and it's so important to read through the fine lines, because one thing I don't want to go through is what I'm seeing artists like Nicki Minaj go through. She literally played a sample of Tracy Chapman, one of Tracy Chapman's songs in a song that she was wanting to put on her previous album, but Tracy Chapman had the song on a, do not, it's not a do not sell, but basically she wanted that song on a list for songs that you can't use to recreate whatever it is you're going to do. Nicki Minaj did it anyway. She never put it out. It just got leaked on YouTube. I seen that she asked Tracy Chapman about it. Tracy Chapman said no, but when you got people in place, they come in and they swoop in. Oh, we need some money because you did it before you asked. You know what I'm saying? So it's it's very important to follow the protocols of this business, because if they can get you, they will.
And that's very important too, Jackie, to share that side of it. We've talked to you about the creative side and how you birthed the song that we just heard. But for any aspiring musicians or people that are into the music, check this young lady out. She's letting you know, nothing wrong with the passion on writing, and the creative process in the studio is very exciting, invigorating, and all of that. But you got the other side where you got to have your business head, and before you sign your name on that dotted line, understand what you're signing yourself up.
Exactly.
What's the amount of rights you're going to have to, because just like writing a book, if I went the independent publishing route. A lot of authors, they want to go to the major publisher. What happens? You write something, when you get it back, you're like, what is this? This is nothing, but because they own it, you don't have to say so.
Exactly.
I want my words to be my words. What I said, what was in me when I wrote it, may not be as profitable, but it basically, I know that I'm following the direction that God put me in when he blessed me with this gift. And what did he say about giving you a gift and you wasting it? The parable of the talents, where the one went and buried his.
Exactly.
So the master came back. Well, how many do you have? I gave you 2. Well, I buried them because I could save them. I'm taking them back because you should have used them.
Exactly.
Yes. Yeah. So we speaking about it's also music business, and a lot of us tend to want to just do the music and take out the business. So I'm glad that you are, putting that out there for our listening and viewing audience to, to hear that, because you can't get around it. Once things are going out into the public, that's where the business starts.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. You have to follow the steps. You have to literally do each step at a time. Once I created the song and I knew what we were doing, that song, I was like, oh, I want it out in July. July is my birthday month. So it was like, give and take. We literally created the song 2 months prior to. So once we finished the song, at least the recording, that's when we found out that the actual beat had an original piece from Stevie Wonder in it. So Stevie Wonder wrote a song for his late wife. Her name is Serena Wright, and I never even heard of her. I've heard of her, but I didn't know her name. So when we did the research and found out the song, and I listened to the song and the ambiance of how she sung it versus how I'm singing it, one and the same. I was taken by surprise, and I was just like, wow. So my producer, he actually reached out to her and let her know what was going on. He shared the song with her. Of course, after we had literally followed all the protocols to make sure we can use the beat and everything. That was the most tedious thing ever in my life. But I'm so glad we got to that point and got it handled, because here you guys are listening now. We made sure everybody got their due diligence as far as credit on the song and so forth. But that's a testament
to you, Jackie, for learning during the course of your journey, picking up on, like you said, doing things that you may not have wanted to do or you found to be tedious. Looking back on, boy, I'm so glad that I put that time in, because now I have the understanding. So when I'm going into a project, I can make sure all the bases are covered. So you're like, you do something, boom, boom, boom. everything is addressed, as opposed to somebody who doesn't know, that's skipping over steps by wanting to get it out and getting too excited. And then, like you said on the back end, oh, hey, hold on a second. What you just did, well, why do I owe you something? Because you used some of my music.
Exactly.
Where is it? It's right here. So again, anybody that's out there that's listening, this is the theme of our show. We have an independent artist, but she's sharing nuggets on what you should be thinking about in addition to your creative process. Nothing wrong, like we said before, that excitement of being in the studio and creating. That's great. But there's another side of it, and everything in life, what does it have? Balance.
Jackie, I got a question about that though. I got a question. So how did you guys come to find out that there was a song out there? What was the steps that you guys took to find something that was similar to what you were trying to put out?
So after we finished the recording, and we told the producer of the original that actually created the beat, and we were like, yeah, we ready. He was like, oh, I got to use the sample. And we was like, oh, all right, thank you.
You got to be patient too, huh, Jackie? You got to be patient as well.
Yeah, I was like, man, so like that right there, that one piece was the reason why we ended up pushing the release date back further, because now the research goes into, well, who owns the song, who created the song, when was it created, who are the people that we need to get in contact with to actually approve us to using it, what other platforms, in case we can't get in contact with them, that will allow us to still, use it.
Methods do you use to do that? What methods do you use to do the research? Do you get on the internet? Is there a site that you go to?
The internet is our best friend. That is where you'll find so much more of the information. And I'll be honest with you, Don, Get It Done Ministry, Don actually, as I was looking, he found it. I don't know how he did it in regard and specifically what he did, but he found it. He sent all the information to me, and then we would constantly like almost every day of the week, we were on the phone talking like, okay, so how did you do that? And he'd tell me like research, and I'm like, okay, what's the website? It's when you really want it, the work is tedious, but it is so worth it. So like, I'm grateful for him to even putting in the extra elbow grease, because there was times where my mind was tired out and I'm sleeping, he's still up.
Hey. And like we said earlier, it is very important of team work. Oh my gosh, I could never think about doing anything else. Okay, thank you. Anything else without a dynamic team and people who understand the vision behind what where this thing is going to go. But I'm telling you, girl, I see it, I feel it. I believe this song is going to go anthem. Okay. You didn't hear me say go number one. I said anthem, girl. That's the difference.
SpeakLyfe.
SpeakLyfe. Listen, guys, we got to take another break. We got a couple more segments with our guest on the show, Jackie B. I see some people that are actually tuning in, just now tuning in. If you guys have any questions that you want to ask our esteemed guests, please put it in the chat. We now can see your chat on YouTube as well. So put it in the chat on Facebook as well as YouTube, because we do have access to our chat now on YouTube. You're listening and watching Level Up, real talk that takes you higher. I am your host, Angee from the B. We'll be right back.
Rain Premium Sanitary Napkin. Rain has an innovative design that is made with a strip infused with Nobel Prize-winning material, graphene. The infused graphene strip may provide various health benefits that potentially help relieve painful abdominal cramps, help balance the body's pH, help eliminate harmful bacteria, help with aroma, help fight fatigue, boost metabolism, boost immune system. Graphene moves heat away from your core and contains vibrational energy. In this test, we will add water to the graphene strip and then place a 7-watt light bulb onto the strip to demonstrate the level of energy contained. These medical claims have not been evaluated by the Food and Drug Administration. This product is not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent any disease. All results may vary. Protect the most precious jewel in the world, you. For more information, contact the person who referred you to this video. Rain is exclusively designed by Jewel Sanitary Napkins, LLC.
Let the people see, let them see, and make sure you know you're right. Oh, when you speak.
It's Dr. Morgan. Time to level up. Every Sunday from 3 to 6 p.m. We look forward to having you tune in.
Hi, this is George Vincent.
And Rick Irvin.
And we are the Heavenly Deposit Team, and
we need you to level up.
Hey, this is your girl, Joanna Hill McGill, Walmart's first Next Gospel Superstar winner. I need you to level up.
Hey, this is Gina A. Towns on Real Talk that takes you higher. Level up. Ordinary people with extraordinary stories.
Hey, this is Jonathan Graham from Black Out the Box, and you're listening to Angee from the B, Mr. Scribe, and Robin from NYC. Level up every Sunday from 3 to 6 p.m.
And welcome back to Level Up, Real Talk takes you higher. I am your host, Angee from the B. Welcome, welcome, welcome back, everyone. And thank you guys for hanging out with us this beautiful Sunday afternoon. Hey, everyone who is watching us on Facebook, did you know that you can head on over to the YouTube channel? Head on over to our YouTube channel, which is The Real Level Up. Right there, I want you guys to subscribe to our YouTube channel. And as I said before we went to break, we now can see your chats. And so everyone who is chatting away on our Facebook, you can also do the same thing on the YouTube channel. So just want to let everybody know that Level Up is pivoting once again. We are heading all the way through, and more to come, because we will soon be on Periscope as well as what's that other one? LinkedIn. Yes, we have been talking about getting on LinkedIn, so you guys can watch us there as well. So it's one of the ways that Level Up is trying our best now to level up. So anyway, I just want to give some shout outs to some folks that are watching us on our Facebook channel. And if we don't shout you out and you're watching, that means you hadn't said hi. The only way we can see that you are watching us head over to The Real Level Up on Facebook and simply say hello. So I want to give a shout out to Andreo Max. I think that is a new set of eyes, Mr. Scribe. Also, Joseph Ross, Annie White. Thank you, Miss Annie. Not sure how to say your last name. Tara Evans. Janet Vinings is watching us on the Facebook channel. Thank you, Miss Janet. Thank you for watching. Desmond Wilson and Latoya Smith. Thank you for watching. And I think I'm saying it, Ishray. Do you happen to know someone by the name of Ishray, Miss Jackie? Because they're giving you a whole big time of shout out. Like, hey.
Ishray.
Also, Sharina Nicholson, Keith Lambert, and Kiki Sullivan. Thank you guys for tuning in. What do you got on your side, Mr. Scribe?
No, pretty much the same people you had on yours. And we had one comment about that aluminum foil. I'm going to steal that line. There's 2 lines. I was going to tell Jackie straight up, and I don't want you coming after no royalties if I use that line. You'd be like, hey, that was my line. He didn't copyright it.
Listen, it's officially recorded live here. So
right.
You know what? You're absolutely right. You recorded it. Hundreds of thousands of folks have seen it. So I can't do it like be in the courtroom. We have a witness. Jackie, take the stand. She said, on January such and such, it was recorded on. Hey, you got to worry about it. You got to worry about it.
Well, look, I got a couple more shout outs. They just popped on. Jackie K. Baker, thank you for joining us. And Makiba Jones, thank you for joining us. I really appreciate you guys, checking us out, seeing what we're all about. We are a Christ-centered show that's giving you real talk that takes you higher. That's who we are. Level up. Real talk that takes you higher. Who you got on your side?
I just wanted to thank, before you jump in, Angee, I just wanted to thank Jackie for her transparency. A lot of folks, as far as sharing, but when they come on our platform, we've been surprised. I've been surprised at how open people are because they know that they're helping somebody else. So that's a tribute to you, and I just wanted to acknowledge that.
Thank you. Thank you. Well, you guys, look, the name of your brand is Level Up. How can a person level up if they don't get that part, the openness of individuals that are placed on your platform? You have to understand, too, that this is also ordained. Like, if I didn't learn to be as transparent as I am now with myself, I wouldn't be here. The connection would have never been made because I would still have work to do in that area. As I say, I am still learning so much about myself, and I'm grateful for what I have learned. So thank you, Level Up, for having this transparent, still learning young lady on your platform. Thank you.
Hey, not a problem.
Don't be a stranger. Don't be. Now you part of the family. You part of whatever you're doing, whatever event you having. I want to hear about it. We're going to become friends on social media. So I'm just putting it out there, Angee.
No, you know what we do now.
I'm just putting that out there.
People get on the show. They're no longer a guest. They're now a family member. Come on now.
But we still have to acknowledge that, though. We still have to say it. They know they family, but we just have to say it for our audience that that's what we do and that's how we are. People know they're not gonna. They just know the name Level Up, but they know we truly about Level Up. There's a lot of names out there that say stuff. They ain't about what they say. So we got to make sure we keep it real.
I want to talk about
I'm gonna use this as well. We gonna be about the dopeness.
Be about it. That's look.
Jackie, I know we had talked about this, on the first half of the show, but how radio and social media. I can't even say radio right now. But you know how social media is. Some people are just now jumping on. I just want to kind of circle back, to just your when you first started, and going back to the influences of the people that were in your life. A lot of people we talk about in the prior segment, we had talked about, Miss Whitney Houston being your number one person that your go-to, your person that you saw how she went from here to here to here. But what are some of the personal people? I can definitely say my mom is number one. Man, oh man, that woman right there.
Without a shadow of a doubt. My mom. Oh,
yep.
Listen, we can have a whole nother hour of conversation about my mom. And all right, yes, definitely my mom. Okay, definitely my mom. I have to speak on my homegirls, the women that have been around me that are in entertainment or just like real life, the business owners, and just they grind, they just do whatever they can to to assist and help build their communities, themselves, other women, and so forth. I have to give a shout out to my sisters, my blood sisters, for one. Mika, Pam, Ella, Audrey, Katrina, my sister that passed away, God rest her soul, Tanya. I love y'all. I love them so much. When I think of strength directly, I think of these women without a shadow of a doubt. Jasmine too. Can't forget Jasmine. Outside of immediate family, my sisters through Christ, my sisters in my journey. Elaine, Essential, Nathaniel. Now y'all hear y'all. If you don't see me post her a lot, trust me, I talk about her more than enough. When I think about one of the first women that really, 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 really started speaking life into me in this music journey, because she and we did a lot of music together back in our hometown. So we shared a lot of time with each other in this music game, and we saw firsthand how people would either try to put us against each other because that we're both vocalists.
Yeah, come on, girl.
Yeah, they would try to make us compete or try to do that favoritism. One is better than the other. And what I'm so grateful for with her is, this is 2015 now. I met her in 2011, I think. I want to say around that time. And from that moment moving forth, it has never changed. It has never changed. We had one disagreement in our life, but we as women came back together and we had a conversation. We talked about our emotions. We talked about our feelings, and we vowed as sisters to not allow certain issues that, if we can't talk about it, we would rather let it rest and revisit before we sit up there and belittle, disrespect, and disregard.
That just goes to show that women can get along. There's that myth out there that y'all bump heads, y'all can't deal with each other. So that's a whole other myth. So let's just get and just dump that and throw that out with the trash. If people want to get along, whether it's men to men, women to women, it can be worked out. It's like you said, have a sit down and be adult about it and have a conversation and do it in love. Any situation can be rectified if that's done. Even when emotions are high, if you peel that back to that bare necessity of who I am and being self-aware, that's another part of it. A lot of people not self-aware get caught up in all of that. Oh, you better than she is. We need to do something. I deal with you and leave her out. When you self-aware, nobody can mess with your dopeness if you're self-aware.
And I ain't gonna go too far because there's so many other individuals that I can speak on, but I'm just gonna speak on the ones directly right now that I know that if they're not on here, they're gonna come in at some point in life, at some point in time to rewatch or whatever. But I have to acknowledge them because they really assist in who I am as a woman. My other homegirl, Key Minor, 20 plus friendship. we didn't sing, we didn't been through, and we're still here. She is what I would say she's a threat that you can't even put a number to, because whatever she touches, whatever she decides to do, she does it. She sings, she cooks, she can dress her tail off, she can do hair. Whatever that woman puts her mind to, she gets it done. And she has a beautiful family. Like, the girl is cold. So yes, Keisha Money, thank you, baby. The other one that I had spoke on, They Hate K. Camilla Johnson.
They hate K. Let's talk about K. What's up with K?
Girl. And what's so crazy is I met her via online. That was her, and there's one other that I met. Her name is Key. She changes her name so much, but Key LeVay. Okay. So, but getting back to They Hate K, Camilla Johnson. Her company is called Think Global ENT. And what I love about her is because of where we come from back in Milwaukee, as in so many other city states, there are a lot not so good neighborhoods, okay? However, we did not allow our circumstances, our neighborhoods, our current surroundings of that time define us and who they wanted us to be. And what I love so much about her is she goes against the grain all the time. When I tell you, her mind as a Black woman is just so magnificent. The information that she collects, the information that she even shares on her Facebook page, gives her the right for her name to be They Hate K, because she does not hold anything back. She's in this music industry, and she's always willing to help, share, whatever the case may be. And I literally met this beautiful soul literally 2 years ago. She was in Georgia 2 years ago.
Okay.
And she didn't stay long. She ended up going back. But when I tell you, she went back home and she just knocked the ball out the park. When I just she is blowing up. I tell everybody, like, pay attention, because I'm this time around, this is 2020. Wow. 2021 is 2020. Wow. Understand that. Listen, when I tell you 2021 is 2020, because some amazing things are going to be happening for so many of us that people are not, they're not even going to be able to actually understand it, because a lot of them feel like we don't deserve it. And that's okay that you feel that way, but God told me something different.
See, and that's why you gotta listen to God. You gotta listen to God on every turn, corner, up and down, sideways. Listen to God and not everybody surrounding you.
Exactly. So shout out to Camilla. They Hate K. She is amazing. My other homegirl, Key LeVay. She has her own baking company. Please forgive me, sis. I can't remember because I'm like literally scrambling through.
If you're watching, type it in, girl.
She has her own bakery. Like she's a hustler too. She takes care of her family. All legal. Okay, I have to make sure I put that in there. So thank you for your strength and your words of encouragement. Thank you to Miss Nicole K. Nolan. Nicole K. Nolan, I met her 2 years ago as well. And when I tell you, it's something about having really good people in your life, but actually seeing the God in some of those people in your life. Difference. It's a total. And Nicole K. Nolan, Essential, and Nicole K. Nolan, those two, and this isn't a discredit to none of the great women that are currently in my life. Nothing. But those two, Nicole K. Nolan, there's a level of God in her that intimidates the masses.
Oh, got you.
I hear stories. I know stories. But I love that woman because of who she is in God. That she can literally tell me who I am. Good, bad, ugly, doesn't matter. That's why I wanted to go back on when you were talking about having those people around that will tell you about yourself.
Yes.
Whether you like it or not.
Yes, yeah, I understand.
I love her. She's a fashion designer. She is an event planner. God, she's from Jersey, Trenton, New Jersey, to be exact. Her company is called Elosin Plus. She is a curvy girl, fashionista. She dresses me. So like
up top, Jersey. I'm from New York. Thanks,
from New York.
Angie. I'm from New York, born and raised. Angie has a problem with that sometimes.
I don't have a
Because a
problem.
lot
I
of
just
times she
can't get
gets
rid of New
around
York.
people, they
New York
all
either.
from up top.
I seem to attract them all the time. Go ahead, girl. Go ahead. Say what you're going to say.
But she's definitely one of the women. Out of all of these women, they are some great women. And then last but never least, my good friend Shanika LaVey. She is a model here. That's the one I'm hanging with. She gave me these tissues. She's a model, but she's also a therapist. So what I love the most about all these women around me is that we are literally building each other up.
That's what's up.
We're allowing each other to be your natural born selves in your state. No judgment zone, no holds bar. We're going to ride with each other. We're going to tell you the truth. But at the end of the day, we just want to see each other win because we deserve it within ourselves. But we know everybody that's around us, that's connected to us, deserves it. So if that means, hey, I got to give you an extra push, extra nub, or whatever, that's exactly what I'm going to do. And I could not be any more grateful for the current circle that I have. I'm sorry, I got one more.
Girl, look, shout them out all, girl. Come on now.
When I say she literally just came into my life, literally just recently, Quinn Bartlett. Her company is called Queens Be Mad, Inc.
Love it. You got to explain why mad. Queens be mad. Come on now.
So, Queen, as we're going to refer as Queen, her story, what she told me, and it was just a brief description, as plus size women, we're always handled as second best. We're always given, when it comes to a movie or whatever the case may be, we're always given the least glorified roles. We're handled inappropriately. So, being that this woman is exactly who she is, instead of waiting to receive the opportunities, she's out here creating them. And she's putting people in position to actually be a part in the leveling up that she's doing for herself.
Ooh, you better say that.
So, Chantel Charisma. How
That's how we got together.
I ain't even gonna forget her. Definitely ain't gonna forget her. Just, oh my God, just beautiful, real. She just owns it. Just owns Robin Bright.
Yep.
Like,
shout out, girl. Shout her out. Come on now.
This whole I said to God in 2016, I was going through something really crazy at that time. And I literally sat in my bedroom and I said, God, I surrender. I've been surrendering since 2016. Wow. And I tell people every day, I have to surrender every single day because I don't get it right just like that. I have to wait. God, I surrender because I don't know what I'm going to do today. And it may not be pleasing to you, but just know that you still have me in the process. And I mean that sincerely. And in that whole conversation, one of the things I asked for was for God to surround me with like-minded individuals to continue to build up. And I really don't know what that looks like.
Wow.
I don't have.
Hold that thought. We got to take our break. Listen,
Okay.
Ladies and gentlemen, we have one more segment with our esteemed guest. Listen, get your questions and comments in before we let her go. We have held her for about 2.5 hours. Look, if you haven't said anything yet, shame on you, shame on you. This is what I want to do. Jackie, I'm setting it up again. The first time that I played your song, that was for the crowd in the beginning. Now we got a second wave of people that's riding with us this evening. We're coming into our evening time. You guys, check out this song from this beautiful young lady. I played this song 5-6 times yesterday because that's how much this song hit me and means to me. Let me tell you this, Level Up is going to blow this song out. Check it out. You're listening and watching Level Up, Real Talk that takes you higher. I am your host, Angee from the B. We'll be right back.
What you and I have to let the man know is we are peaceful people. We are loving people. We love everybody who loves us. But we don't love anybody who doesn't love us. We're nonviolent with people who are nonviolent with us. But we are not nonviolent with anyone who is violent with us.
History, life in quarantine, nowhere to hide, it's worldwide. We can agree to disagree, but it don't matter now. This is life. We can chill face to face and debate what is fact and what has been a lie. We can pull every card and go hard with the truth, yet be brutalized. When it's all said and done, what we have and what we want won't bring back a life. All we really need to do is hang on and speak life.
To bring about the complete independence of people of African descent here in the Western Hemisphere, and first here in the United States, and bring about the freedom of these people by any means necessary.
In every way, let the people see, let them see, and make sure you know you're right. Oh, when you speak, don't believe, no, this is your defeat. Don't incriminate your mind. Without that hand, when it's all said and done, what we have and what we won't bring back alive. All we really need to do is stand strong and speak life. It's your life. Come on. Will you fight? It's time.
But when someone attacks you, when someone comes at you with a club, when someone comes at you with a rope, when someone comes at you with a gun, despite the fact that you've done nothing, he tells you, suffer peacefully. Pray for those who use you despitefully. Be long-suffering. And how long can you suffer after suffering for 400 years?
Rain Premium Sanitary Napkin. Rain has an innovative design that is made with a strip infused with Nobel Prize-winning material, graphene. The infused graphene strip may provide various health benefits that potentially help relieve painful abdominal cramps, help balance the body's pH, help eliminate harmful bacteria, help with aroma, help fight fatigue, boost metabolism, boost immune system. Graphene moves heat away from your core and contains vibrational energy. In this test, we will add water to the graphene strip and then place a 7-watt light bulb onto the strip to demonstrate the level of energy contained. These medical claims have not been evaluated by the Food and Drug Administration. This product is not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent any disease. All results may vary. Protect the most precious jewel in the world, you. For more information, contact the person who referred you to this video. Rain is exclusively designed by Jewel Sanitary Napkins, LLC.
Someone Cares of Atlanta is a nonprofit 501c3 community-based organization providing holistic health and wellness with locations in Marietta and Metro Atlanta. Our qualified behavioral health professionals provide extensive counseling and treatment in substance abuse, mental health, and opioid addiction. Someone Cares offers a variety of services, and our professionals are waiting to serve you. We are not just an agency, we are a friend.
Unveiled Treasures Bookstore. We offer a variety of items: church supplies, homeschool resources, music, books, and gifts. Our free ministry partners online affiliate program provides a collection of Christian resources. Unveiled Treasures. Exquisite jewels to enrich your soul.
Speak life in every way, Let the people see, let them see, and make sure you know you're right. Oh, when you speak.
This is Marion Boyd with Marion Collection, real talk that takes you higher, level up. On Sundays from 3 to 6 p.m. It's ordinary people with extraordinary stories.
What's up, y'all? Troy Lance here. It's time to level up. Check them out every Sunday from 3 to 6.
Hey, this is Melly coming at you from the Camp Transformation Center in Davie, Florida, and I need you to level up. Tune in every Sunday from 3 to 6 p.m.
It's your boy, Mark Buddington, a.k.a. Money Mark. Let's level up on Sundays from 3 to 6 p.m. Ordinary people with extraordinary stories. Yeah.
Welcome back to Level Up, Real Talk that takes you higher. I am your host, Angee from the B. Welcome back, everyone. And thank you guys for hanging out with us this beautiful Sunday afternoon. All right, let's get right back into our conversation with Jackie B. Want to say Jackie from the B, you know, because that.
It's all right. It's all right. Oh my
Yay, look, girl, thank you for hanging out with us on this Sunday and dropping some nuggets with us here on Level Up. You really have enlightened us on a whole lot of things that we just need. Look, hey, if you guys miss any part of this show, hit that rewind button. It will be up on YouTube and on Facebook. And get out your notepad, because this beautiful lady here laid out some nuggets for each and every one of us to look. Girl, I got to do a rewind. How about that? Go ahead.
Aluminum foil is one of them nuggets. Don't forget that one, y'all. Aluminum foil, y'all.
Well, listen, we've got about another 10 minutes before we let you go. Where can everybody find you? What are you going to be doing? What is going on in your life now that we can just plain on right now?
So, I am actually working on my own podcast and blog. It's actually called SpeakLyfe Talks. I've been told that I should do it for God knows how long, and I was like, no, that's for everybody else. I'm just stick to this. And after careful consideration and a lot of you better do it, I decided that I'm going to do it with the the song coming out and me, sharing these nuggets and just life from my perspective and those that are around me, I said, you know what better time to do it than now? So I am pushing for a March release. I'm literally trying to get the hang of this podcasting lifestyle. So just, work with me because this is like literally new territory. But I really do believe that a lot of people can really benefit from the conversations that I'm looking forward to have with so many of you. So, and
I just followed you on Facebook, so
okay,
I'm
perfect.
one of your followers now.
I was going to say I have two different platforms. I have the platform for my music, and then I have the platform for SpeakLyfe, being that it is a brand. So on Facebook, you can follow me everywhere at Only One Jackie B. And my platform on Facebook for SpeakLyfe is just SpeakLyfe LLC. So you can find me there. Everywhere else, only one is in the number, not spelled out. Only one Jackie B, all across the board. SpeakLyfe on other social media platforms, just SpeakLyfe. It's spelled exactly how you saw it, Lyfe. So, yep.
Awesome. And anybody who wants to pick up the song, where can they can go on Amazon. Well, go ahead.
Amazon, Tidal, Spotify, iTunes, Deezer, anywhere else that the song is played, it's available everywhere. YouTube Music, everywhere.
Awesome. Listen, you guys, support the independent artists. Please do not pirate the song. Go and purchase the song. Am I right, Mr. Scribe?
Absolutely. Absolutely. We got enough of them folks showing up at barbershops and stuff and selling them CDs. No, we need to give the artists their props. Let's keep it real, y'all. But they ain't going to the barbershop now because it's COVID. So all that stuff is shut down. So that's a good thing. So now you got to go and purchase it.
At least stream it, because we get paid by streams too now.
So download it or purchase it. So yeah, but as you've been saying through the whole show, it's all legal.
It's all legal.
All legal. Oh my gosh. So yeah, so on YouTube, what is it called on YouTube for so everybody can find it there?
My song, or how to follow me?
How to follow you on YouTube. Mm-hmm.
Only one Jackie B. It's
only
that.
One.
Yep. Okay. It's that across the board.
All the way across the board. So, girl, never be a stranger. Whenever you got something that is going on, let us know. Drop in. All you got to do now to drop in, girls, like, look, I got a way. I got a way to get on your platform, Angee. Can I just drop in and just let your audience know what's going on with me, where they can find you? As far as performing though, gosh, I mean, what are some of the things that you guys are doing as far as girl? Because I know some people are listening to that song like me, like, can I see her live somewhere? How is that going?
With the pandemic, I'm not gonna lie, like, I'm leery about doing live performances. Like, I still get out, as needed, here and there, very early. If anything, I'm out. I work a lot. Like I said, I'm an Uber driver as well, so I work. But I'm thinking of doing some more intimate style live performances, on YouTube, Facebook, stuff like that in particular. So as I'm working on some of those details, because there is something that I actually wanted to do for the month of February. Once I get those details together, I will be posting, the flyers and share with everybody. So you gotta stay up on the up with following me and all the other platforms so that you'll know.
There you go. Look, you guys, she's putting it out there. You guys can follow her on all social medias, especially on that YouTube. Be sure you guys are streaming that song. I mean, oh my God. Look, girl, I gave you about 5 of them like yesterday. Yep, play it over and over again because that song is just amazing to me. Yes, Level Up will continue to play it. We got it in our rotation, girl, like so many other independent artists. And if you guys know of any other independent artists just as dynamic as Jackie, if you know some of your friends, let them know who we are, where we are. We don't play anything crazy. We play anything, everything inspirational. We are a Christ-centered show, but we don't pigeonhole ourselves to just only gospel music. If anything and everything inspirational that will you enlighten anyone to further their life. That's what we're all about. We're here to celebrate you guys and support in any and every way that we can, and we enjoy it. We enjoy it because you guys bring the fresh eyes to us as well. As long as we can continue to share with one another what we're doing. Like I said, don't be a stranger, girl. So if you got anything that you want us to share, especially in the race, we'll throw it in there on our break time, letting our audience know that, hey, Jackie is about to. She's going to go check her out on.
This isn't a one-way street, so it's the same way. Any and everything that you guys are going on. Please let me know. Keep up. We're gonna be connected anyway, so I'm gonna just go for agency stuff and just share it anyway. So
Vibe the hip.
Mr. Scribe will be reaching out for sure.
Okay.
Well, listen, guys, that's the end of our show. We had such an amazing time with Jackie B. Girl, oh my gosh, you have enlightened us. You have encouraged us. You tickled our funny bone. So I appreciate you doing all of that with us. We thoroughly enjoyed. You're not a stranger. You are now part of the Level Up family. We're definitely going to have her back on, you guys. Let me tell you what you guys can do. We are listening and watching for the things that you guys want us to cover in subject matter, in a person that you know that's all about Level Up. We are looking for those people who have just ordinary lives but have extraordinary stories. That's who we are looking for, those extraordinary people that just, they're living their life, but you guys see the extraordinary in them. You see how the way that they are living their life is changing your life and has changed the life of others. A lot of times, our pastors and even our civic leaders, they always have the mic. But sometimes the people that are sitting in the pews, the people that are sitting behind watching another person on television, has an extraordinary story. Those are the people that we are looking for. Ordinary people with extraordinary stories. Tell them about us, or go to our Facebook page and drop us a line and tell us about them. I don't mind reaching out to anyone who is ready. Here's the number one thing, just like Jackie B, who is ready to tell their story. Because so many people are going through so much, especially through this pandemic. Thank you guys once again for praying for me. I'm going to try my best this week to concentrate only on resting. And that's the way that we can get through this, you guys. Well, we'll see you next week, same time, same place, 3 p.m. Eastern, 2 p.m. Central, 12 p.m. Pacific, right here on Facebook, on YouTube, at The Real Level Up. My name is Angee from the B. That is Mr. Scribe. That is our co-host. And thank you once again, Jackie the B. We appreciate you being on our platform. Love you, mean it. We'll see you guys next week. Take care.
Hey, this is Nolan Holloway, aka Mr. Scribe. Just letting you know that I have 3 books of poetry that's available on Amazon.com. So when you get a chance, go to Amazon.com, look up Nolan Holloway Jr., not Mr. Scribe, and pick up one of my books for your enjoyment. Peace.
Have you ever felt like no matter how hard you try, things just still go wrong? Many times. What do? I let go and let God. All I'm asking from you is to bump up our credit limit to where it was.
Decline.
We're experiencing some